The next SEO report I'd like to look at is the landing page report, and it lives in the left-hand side menu in the acquisition category within the search engine optimization group. This report shows us the URLs to our website that have generated the most impressions. So these are the actual URLs that show up in Google search after a user inputs a search query. The top graph is the same as before. It shows impressions throughout the time period I selected. Let's scroll down to the table, which is what has changed for this report. And here are a list of all the URLs to my site that have generated impressions. So we want to use this report to identify pages on our site that may have a great click-through rate but a bad position on Google. If that's the case, we would want to try to boost the position on Google to get a higher position to take advantage of the higher click-through rate by getting the page in front of more people. Because a high click-through rate tells us that the URL does a good job inspiring people to click. So it makes sense that if we get it in front of more people, then more people will click on the link. And this is the case for the top landing page here, which happens to be the home page. We've got a very high click-through rate of 26% and a not bad but could be better position of 6. The closer we get to the top position, the better we should do. Also, I noticed that the second highest page in terms of impressions is the contact page, but this has 0 clicks, and I can definitely attribute that to the average position of 25. Probably the most interesting one for me, though, is number 7 on the list, which is the page that has to do with prototyping services. Now, there are only 18 impressions for this month, or about 1 every other day, but the average position is very low at 20. I think if we put a little bit of effort into improving our position, we would get some more clicks. This is kind of a specialized page and should come up for specialized searches. So I think anyone that would search for something like this would definitely be interested in our page. Just like the queries report, there's not a lot we can do about customization. We can add in the secondary dimension country, and this will show us if there's any regionality to our impressions. It can also show click-through rates and rank. Use your landing page report to get an overall view of what pages are most popular and least popular, and their average position, so that you can determine what SEO efforts you might need to take on these specific pages. So that's about all to the landing page report. We'll begin looking at behavior reports next.